to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet, the thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you once, I know it's okay. I know it's true. I know how to fight. I tell you once, tell you twice. I'm real discreet, the thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you once, I know it's okay. I know it's true. I know how to fight.
All right, YouTube, man. We back with the late night, 2 a.m. in the morning. Said I was gonna start dropping different type of content, so we gonna start dropping different type of content, man. You know, I'm kind of, it's crazy all the content that we put out, man. It's some real stuff going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And today, as y'all see the title, man, brother killed sister. He killed his sister because she let her boyfriend drive the car. Now, let me tell y'all something. If that ain't one of the most craziest ways to crash out, I don't know what it is, man. So with that being said, let's get into this late night content. And yeah, man, we're going to see what they standing on. Let's go. All right.
Is Mr. Torres? Oh, good morning, Mr. Torres.
No duct tape. Stand your ground. No retreat.
Sir,
Make my bond and chill you.
I'm going to ask that you be quiet.
I'm just making a request. You make it $1 million, I'm paying that, and I'm getting out.
Thank you. Mr. Torres.
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is that he is demanding, so the date will be November 7th.
November 7th?
The state will ask for a $5 million bond in this case. No,
Ain't that
the
$5 million?
the
$5
defendant's
million.
statements in the court
That's disrespectful.
In regards to the bond and the threats to the prosecutor.
I made promises.
Those promises were also made.
All right, so look, so this the dude that killed his sister, right? All right. So wait a minute. Man, what? Come on. Bro, you not in there for smacking somebody that was an enemy or an op or something. You in there for smacking your sister. And look, you throwing up gang signs too? Oh yeah, he ain't trying to come home. He trying to play crazy. Let's go.
You make it $1 million, I'm paying that, and I'm getting out.
Thank you. Mr. Torres.
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is that he is demanding, so the date will be November 7th.
November 7th?
The state will ask for a $5 million bond in this case. No,
Ain't that
the
$5 million?
The
$5
defendant's
million.
statements in the court
That's disrespectful.
in regards to the bond and the threats to the prosecutor.
Wait a minute. He said make it $5 million. Bro, man, come on, gang.
Made promises.
Those promises were also made in previous cases. The defendant was served 3 years for 2 cases, intimidation, attempted intimidation, and menacing by stalking. The menacing by stalking, for which he finished serving his sentence last June.
In the early hours of October 23rd, 2019, 26-year-old Wita Hill and her boyfriend made a decision that seemed minor at the time. They took her brother's car without his permission. It was a simple mistake, one likely made without much thought. But unbeknownst to them, that moment would set off a chain of devastating events. Just hours later, Cleveland police were called to a scene that would haunt them. Reports of gunshots near East 109th and Mount Carmel Road. When officers arrived, what they found was heartbreaking. Wita lay on the pavement, riddled with bullets. She was unresponsive, lifeless. As investigators began piecing through what had happened, a chilling truth emerged. Wita's own brother had pulled the trigger, all because her boyfriend had driven his car without permission. This is the life and death of Wita Antoinette Hill.
This is his sister on his father's side. And again, he's been sick for a long time. She states that she just wants for her family to grieve in peace. And I just couldn't imagine what she's going through. Her exact words were, "There are no words to describe a mother's loss. I can't believe that this happened."
Her story takes us to Cleveland, Ohio, a city known for its industrial roots, vibrant art scene, and passionate sports culture. But despite its rich history, Cleveland's violent crime rate is approximately 233% higher than the national average. And this staggering statistic would echo in the tragic events that ultimately claimed Wita Hill's life. Wita Antoinette Hill was born on August 13th, 1993, to Renita Hill and William Martin.
Baby gang.
She was raised in a large blended family with 4 siblings on her father's side and 5 on her mother's. But while the bond between siblings was strong, the family structure
Making
was
babies
far
out
from
there.
simple. Wita grew up in the care of both her parents, a relative constant in contrast to the experiences of her half-siblings, many of whom were raised in homes described as unstable or troubled. That contrast shaped much of who she became. Because of these fractured dynamics, Wita clung tightly to the love and support she did have. She learned the values of loyalty, compassion, and resilience early in life, qualities that stayed with her into adulthood and made her presence unforgettable to everyone who knew her. But beneath the surface of that family connection lay a painful truth. The same bloodline that helped shape her would one day bring her unimaginable harm.
Now this dude do not look like he worth some millions of dollars. Talking about make it 5 million. They made him $1 million bid. Oh, by the way, shout out to Wednesday's Crime, man. True Crime, man. This is their content. But nah, man, this nigga said make it $1 million. Matter of fact, you being disrespectful, make it 5. Man, that Cadillac right there ain't worth nothing more than probably about 13, 14,000. Come on, gang. You took her life over first of all, a used car. You knocked down your sister over a used car. If that ain't mental health, I don't know what is, man. Mental illness.
Before life would take that dark turn, Wita was busy building her future.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to a.
On July 3rd, 2011, she proudly graduated from East Detroit High School, ready to take on the world with the same determination and heart she brought to everything she did. She had no idea that the same strength that helped her rise would later be tested in the most unimaginable way. After graduating from East Detroit High School, Wita set her sights on building a meaningful life. She entered the workforce with drive and dedication, taking on the role of being a cashier at Target and Walmart Supercenter, where her vibrant personality and strong work ethic quickly made an impression. Whether with coworkers or customers, Wita had a way of making people feel seen and valued, a quality that followed her everywhere she went. But even then, no one could have known how much that warmth would one day be missed. After establishing herself in the workforce, Wita began to build a life rooted in hope and purpose. It was during this time that she fell in love with a man whose identity remains undisclosed. Their relationship, like many young romances, started with promise. They laughed together, made plans for the future, and on November 3rd,
All right, let me ask y'all something. Is that common? Is that common? You know what I'm saying? I know. Hell no, man. My siblings know damn well not to let another person touch my car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it too. Like, why would you let that man drive your brother's car? You know what I'm saying? Why would you let him drive your brother's car? I could see if you was in the car with the nigga, that's one thing. And I don't know, I might be wrong. But if he was sliding in your brother's car by himself, oh, come on, man. It ain't worth killing nobody, but that's definitely something worth, you know what I'm saying, getting into it with her ass and shit, or probably smacking the shit out that nigga for even touching another man's car.
2013, they welcomed their first child into the world. Though the baby arrived prematurely at 7.5 months,
that's messed up.
Wita never faltered. She poured every ounce of strength into nurturing her child, proving early on that her love as a mother was
his
fierce,
sister knowing she had
unconditional, and
a baby?
unshakable.
Oh, this
That
nigga
same
cold, man.
fierce and pure loyalty would later blind her to the danger hiding in plain sight. Motherhood brought out a new fire in Wita, and just a few years later, on February 6, 2016, she gave birth to her second child, a beautiful baby girl. But soon after, the cracks in her relationship with Romaro began to show. The man
they
who
giving
once
this nigga
stood
life,
beside
gang.
her,
They giving,
distancing himself
this nigga
from his
getting life.
responsibilities.
Oh, man.
He became emotionally unavailable and physically absent. Wita, heartbroken and overwhelmed, turned to social media to voice her pain, expressing the deep frustration of a mother left to carry the weight alone. In post after post, she called him out, not just for abandoning her, but for walking away from the children he had helped bring into the world. Eventually, their relationship came to an end. But Nita did not let this deter her from focusing on what's important, her children. Her love for them never wavered, and she was determined to give them the life they deserved. Then, in 2017, a glimmer of hope returned. She met someone new, a man who offered stability, kindness, and a shared vision of family. For the first time in years, peace returned to Nita's life. But peace, as she would soon learn, can be painfully temporary. Though his identity remains undisclosed, their bond grew strong. In June 21st, 2017, Nita gave birth to her third child. This time,
we
things
gotta stop
felt
just
different.
having all these babies.
This was
man.
finally with a partner who stood by her side and took pride in raising their child together.
Man, shout out to all my beautiful sisters, man. But goddamn, what's it? Man, somebody gotta put a ring on it, man. We gotta stop over having, you know what I'm saying? Just come on, man, having all these babies and shit, and these niggas coming and going. That's crazy. These kids don't deserve that. But damn, you know what's so fucked up about this though? I don't care. Now that's a tough nigga right there. That's a tough person. I mean, this is your sister, your blood sister. You kill her knowing she got 3 babies to take care of. So this stupid ass, weird ass car, this used car that your motherfucking ass got, you felt like it was worth taking this nigga life, taking her life. I wonder if he killed him too. Let me see. Cause that'd be crazy if you killed your sister and not the nigga, man.
Nita would even share the joy and peace she got with this man on social media. Her children became the center of her world, the very heartbeat of her life. Everything she did was for them. And if you asked anyone who knew her, they'd all say the same. Nita was a mother before anything else.
No offense, but if you're paying over $30 a month for car insurance, you're getting ripped off.
Everybody knows you can buy car insurance.
And there was nothing she wouldn't do for her kids. But while Nita was building a life for her children, danger was already growing within her own family. Lurking behind the scenes was one of Nita's half-brothers, 32-year-old Antonio Swanson. To most outsiders, Antonio was just another relative. But those who knew him best knew that he brought more chaos than comfort to his family. His mere presence in the family serves as a source of tension within their home, and it is not without its reasons. Behind him, he carried a reputation that was tainted by years of violence, instability, and crime.
Yeah, this nigga looks shady than a motherfucker, boy. You know, you can look in the nigga eyes, man, that right eye right there, man, yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, it looked like he probably had sexuality issues and shit too, man. Yeah, you can't be surprised, man. A lot of these dudes be weird, especially when you want to hurt a woman to that point. You gotta be one of them dudes that you know what I'm saying, that play for the other team, man.
Antonio had a long rap sheet of an unsettling list of crimes. He had been in and out of prison for years, with offenses ranging from theft to domestic violence. And this violent streak wasn't just written to police reports. It was reflected all over his online presence. On social media, Antonio portrayed himself as volatile and intimidating. He would regularly post chilling videos, armed, angry, and unapologetic. In one clip, he waves a firearm while saying slurs and hurling threats at anyone he perceived as disrespecting him.
Bruh. You already know who the fuck it is, man. Yeah, yo on deck, man. Be hollering out this bitch. Get they dumb ass bus real quick. Stay with the file on me, you already know. My clip holds 16. I got bullets for you niggas that be hollering talking. Stop it.
What no one could have.
At 32 years old, man, man, you know, I was 32. Yeah, 32. I was still on the bullshit, but I wasn't, no, what's the point of that shit, man? Like, you know, when a nigga pulling out guns on camera and shit, that was when you was kids. But 32, you know better than that. You know what I'm saying? You know when you get in front of them people, nigga, And they go sit back, yeah, you was real tough out there. Hey, man, I respect you. Yeah, you all right. But we finna lock your ass up for 40 years. Yeah, get that nigga 40 years with an L behind that shit. You like, man, 40 years? Yeah, motherfucker, give your ass 40, pulling out them guns on camera and shit. I find out that most of the time when these niggas get that time, they feelings be hurt. Like they think this shit is a video game or some shit, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Man, let me tell y'all some real game before we get back to this, man. Hey, listen, man. If you don't know your value, you don't understand your value, people go play with your time. I promise to God. Learn your value. A nigga get out here and play with your time if you don't know your value. A female will play with your time if you don't know your value. I'm talking about walk all over you, stump on you, spit you out, eat you up. Man, it's women out here that's men eaters, and they will eat your ass up. Y'all gotta learn y'all value, man, and just knowing who you is. Because when you know yourself, man, can't nobody else try to portray you to be something that you not, tell you something that you not, man. You gotta learn that shit. And when I see dudes get out here, man, they flashing this gun and all that shit, you better be on that time and you better take it like a G if you get caught up, man. Now, one thing I can say about this dude right here, he did the most horrific crime, right? But he also, that court hearing, that nigga, he was chunking. That nigga love his hood so motherfucking much. That nigga was chunking it up. The nigga said bail be set at $1 million. He said, hey, make it 5. Stop playing y'all disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he went in there turned up with no regard. Let's go.
Would have expected those threats in that clip would foreshadow the tragedy looming over his very own sister. But not all of his posts were explosive. Some hinted at a deeper pain that he was battling beneath the surface. In one post, Antonio wrote that he was raised in a home with no parents. In another post, he shared a screenshot from Instagram lamenting that no one seemed to care about him on his birthday.
This nigga got mommy issues, man.
But they revealed a man struggling with deep feelings of
Hey, look, man, I gotta keep it real, man. A lot of these niggas that's crazy out here with this goofy ass, man, these niggas, they was raised in the house by their mother. That's it. You know, niggas be having mommy issues and shit. Mommy have more babies and now she can't hug you. You can't suck on her motherfucking nipple and shit. And nigga go out there mad at the world and shit because you ain't had no father figure in your life to tell you how to stand up and be a man. Or nigga, go piss in the corner where ain't nobody looking if you out in the desert somewhere or something. Nigga, this nigga got mommy issues, man. That's one. It makes. Hey, let's be clear. If a father was in the home, man, these niggas ain't killing shit like that because the father go check you. He go teach you how to respect women and all that shit. Just the fact that you knocked down your sister, bro, just tells us you wasn't raised in the house with no man. Let's go.
Abandonment and neglect. Despite this behavior of Antonio, Wita tried to keep the peace. She was the kind of person who always hoped others would change, even when they gave her every reason to walk away. To her, Antonio was family, and no matter how tense things got, she believed in giving people a second chance. But that choice would come at a devastating cost.
Hey, what are you doing?
Just making money.
No, but for real.
Yeah, let me show you. Today, so far, I made 3.
On the afternoon of October 13th, 2019, the unthinkable happened.
To the trash.
That day started like any other day on Wita's routine. She went about her day, taking care of her children and handling the usual tasks. But as she ran her errands, she would take an action that would change everything. Without permission, she took the keys to Antonio's silver Pontiac Grand Prix and made her boyfriend drive as they ran their errands. It was a small act, but to Antonio, it triggered something in him that would cause an explosive rage, one that would soon come to a climax. Not long after taking...
Are you kidding me, gang? That dirty ass Caprice, man, let me tell you, are you kidding me? This nigga bogus, man. You killed your shit over that little dirty ass shit. Man, I bet you that shit probably had over 100,000 miles on it. You killed your sister over a dirty ass nigga. Ain't even no Impala. I can see it. Nah, I can't say if I can see it as Impala, but god damn, nigga. No. She had 3 kids. All right, so when I double back and I think like, damn, I catch my sister in my car with a nigga, and don't let that nigga be driving back like this and shit, nigga, like this and shit. Like, I would be pissed off. But nigga, damn, nigga, man, come on, man. That weak ass motherfucking Caprice, that dirty ass car, cuz it ain't never that serious. That's crazy.
In the car, Nita and her boyfriend returned at East 109th Street and Mount Carmel Road in Cleveland, Ohio. But unbeknownst to them, a tragedy was already waiting for them. As they pulled the car up, they were met with the raging Antonio, and an argument immediately sparked between them. It wasn't long until that argument would extend beyond just the exchange of words. In the heat of the moment, Antonio pulled out a gun and shot it at Nita. This immediately caused her to collapse on the ground. But seeing her sister collapse wasn't enough for Antonio. He didn't stop there. In a final act of rage, Antonio walked up to Nita as she lay on the ground and fired 2 more shots. No hesitation, no remorse. Right there in a place that should have been safe, her life was taken. Nita died at the scene, gunned down by her own.
Damn, nigga, walk down on her. Oh, no. What did she say to that nigga? I know he didn't just come out, nigga, smacking on, man. She had to say something. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Nigga. Drop, you shot her once, then you come back. Bah, bah, bah. Man, come on, nigga, kill shot. Oh, this nigga foul.
Brother. But Antonio's rage would not end with the killing of Nita. Seconds later, gunfire erupted once more, this time between him and Nita's boyfriend. Bullets flew in every direction, shattering what little piece was left. Not long after the chaos erupted, Antonio was able to escape the crime scene using a bicycle, vanishing from sight. Meanwhile, neighbors who had witnessed the horrifying scene quickly called the police, fearing the violence.
You let the boyfriend get away from the crime scene? Oh no, nigga. What kind of nigga is this, man? What kind of nigga is this? You let your nigga should have been towards the nigga, like a nigga should know better, gang. Like, you know, nigga, I don't care what my sister say, nigga. That ain't your car. Why you don't drop? That's crazy. The boyfriend, first of all, number one, you damn near watched him, nigga, walk your girlfriend down. You stood there thinking he was gonna let you go, nigga. Then he fuck around and try to smack you, nigga. Nigga, clock your motherfucking clock, nigga. Knock the batteries out your back. And you mean to tell me you missed? How you hit your sister, but you missed the nigga? That's crazy work. This nasty, gang.
This would escalate even further. But by the time the Cleveland Division of Police arrived at the crime scene, everything was already too late. Nita was already dead, and her killer was nowhere to be found. What followed was an excruciating silence of the devastating caused by a selfish act of cruelty. Her family was left shattered, forced to face the unimaginable. But the silence of Nita's death would not last long. Within hours, the story exploded across local news outlets, headlining the story of a woman who was murdered by her own brother in cold blood. With this, a manhunt was launched by the Northern Ohio Violent Fugitive Task Force, along with the Cleveland Division of Police, for Antonio Swanson. Authorities warned that Swanson walked with a noticeable limp and should be considered armed and dangerous. He was believed to be hiding somewhere in the Buckeye Shaker area. The U.S. Marshal Service then issued a public reminder that anyone.
Niggas like this, gang, they don't leave. They don't get up out of town. First of all, the nigga, we seen him in his jumpsuit, so we know the nigga still had dread. Stupid ass killers won't even cut their fucking hair. Some of you niggas deserve to get caught. When I see niggas do just outlandish, stupid ass shit like that, though, nigga, and you got a fucking limp, and you all stay in the same city thinking you can't get caught, man. Why you hiding, for number one? Why would you just not turn yourself in? You already made your bed, nigga, lay in it.
Anyone found helping or harboring Swanson, whether friends or family, could face criminal charges.
Ain't nobody going.
Antonio
Somebody
couldn't run forever. On October 28, 2019, just 5 days after the brutal murder of his sister, the police finally caught up with him. Antonio was found hiding inside a home on Crestwood Avenue near East 110th Street in Cleveland, where he was immediately arrested and taken into custody. However, the battle for justice would not end in his arrest. What would come next is a long, tedious legal proceeding that would reveal shocking truths. That very same day, Antonio stood before a judge at the Cleveland Municipal Court for his bond hearing in connection with the murder of Wilnita Hill. But Antonio's appearance in court didn't bring clarity or remorse. It only deepened the horror of what he had done. During his bond hearing, his behavior was nothing short of disturbing. He was erratic, combative, and completely detached from the reality of what he was being accused of. At the start of the hearing, the prosecutor calmly requested a $5 million bond, but Antonio interrupted, mocking the request out loud. With that response, the courtroom could already tell there was an underlying issue with Antonio. What should have been a solemn moment was instead
That nigga
marked by
gotta look.
arrogance
You
and
don't gotta live
defiance.
that nigga walk. Nigga,
I'm
hell
doing bad.
nah.
You bad?
Yeah,
Okay, you have an attorney?
I ain't got no money.
Have you received a copy of your indictment?
Oh my
No.
God.
I need it. I need a police report and everything, sir.
All right, take have a seat to the side.
This the same nigga that said, nah, nigga, hey, nigga, your bail $1 million. He's like, nigga, what? Nigga, I'ma cash out. Nigga, I got the bread. He's like, matter of fact, make it $5 million. Y'all disrespectful. All of a sudden now, oh, come on, gang. So you killed your sister, nigga, over a dirty ass car and knowing you ain't had no bail money.
Mr. Swanson, have you received a copy of your indictment now?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a chance to look at it?
It's ridiculous, sir.
No. The question was, did you have a chance to look
I
at it?
don't understand.
Here's what we'll do. We'll assign your case to the docket of Judge Robert McClellan, and I'll have attorneys appointed to represent you.
You can't
We'll do
read.
that
That's
at the
what
conclusion
it
of the
is.
case, all right?
You can't
Let me
read.
hear it on bond.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Kevin Filiatro on behalf of the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio requests a bond of at least $2 million for this defendant based on the heinousness of the acts that he committed in this case against his sister and his father and another individual. Thank
Make
you.
it 3 then. I don't care.
Antonio kept interrupting the proceedings, making bizarre gestures
Nigga, you
and rambling
asking for
on
them
with
to man, they
nonsensical
gonna fry this
statements.
motherfucking nigga
At
gang.
no point did he show any sign of remorse. Then came another dark revelation. Prosecutors revealed that Antonio had just completed a 3-year prison sentence in June 2019 for attempted intimidation and menacing by stalking a 17-year-old girl in Cleveland Heights. Even more chilling, reports claim that while in jail, Antonio had once said he should have killed her, referring to the girl he stalked. When the murder of his sister was directly mentioned, his response was cold, horrifying.
Is Mr. Torres? Oh, good morning, Mr. Torres.
No duct tape. Stand your ground. No retreat.
Sir,
Make my bond and chill you.
I'm going to ask that you be quiet.
I'm just
Niggas
making a
dumb as
request. You make it $1 million, I'm paying that, and I'm getting out.
Thank you. Mr. Torres.
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is that he is demanding, so the date will be November 7th.
November 7th?
The state will ask for a $5 million bond in this case. No,
And then
the
$5 billion.
the
$5
defendant's
billion.
statements in the court.
Hey, man, they about to fuck this nigga up, boy. This nigga chunking up his hood, and then you do the gun, pop, 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 and you in there for, they about to cook this nigga, man. I swear to God. You know, when I see dudes like this, it's all hard and shown in the beginning, and then when a nigga sitting up in that shoe program, not in general population, nigga, they put that boy in that shoe. Hey, man, I need somebody to talk to. Hey, guards. Yeah, nigga, boys, yeah, nigga. Hey, let me out of here, man. My mind going crazy. Nigga, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, they about to cook your mother. Yeah, all that. Pop, 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 pop. And you killed your sister. Tried, and this nigga gang missed. You killed your sister, but didn't kill the boyfriend? The nigga who was driving the car? Come on, gang. This nigga right, boy, you bad, all right, motherfucker, yeah, all right. Watch how they do this nigga. I bet you, nigga, they throw the cell, nigga.
Disrespectful.
In regards to the bond and the threats to the prosecutor,
I made promises.
those promises were also made in previous cases. The defendant was served 3 years for 2 cases, intimidation, attempted intimidation, and menacing by stalking. The menacing by stalking, for which he finished serving his sentence last June related to the defendant stalking a 17-year-old student in Cleveland Heights. There is a report in that case where the defendant allegedly stated that in jail that he should have served his time, and now he's here because of this new case where not only his 26-year-old sister.
She stole my car.
The defendant shot her once. She went to the ground, and the defendant went to where she was, shot her twice as she laid on the ground, and that was done in front of the car.
Who gives a shit? She ain't never bought me nothing. She stole my car. Told her to give it back. Oh, they shot at me.
Sir.
Stand your ground. No retreat.
Mr. Swanson.
They shouldn't have changed the law.
Detective Cook, is there anything that you'd like to add to what Prosecutor Torres has stated?
No, I think you covered it pretty accurately.
Stand your ground.
This nigga will never see his hood ever again in life, nigga. You will never see the streets. Nigga, oh man, she stole my car. So you, over a car, gang. You see what I say? Look at our people, my nigga. Like, nigga, this is a real crash out. Like, this nigga, one thing for sure, two things for certain, this nigga know he ain't never gonna see the daylight again.
What would it feel like to wake up on your terms, work from anywhere, and actually enjoy what you do?
Actually, sir, based on your request, this bond's going to be $15 million.
No, billions.
Cash or surety.
Make me look good. Make me look good.
Next case, we're going to be calling
the prosecutor.
So his shit went from $1 million. He like had 5, nigga. The judge said 15 million, nigga. Since you popping that shit though, nigga. Yeah, nigga. First nigga, when they brought nigga the first time, you said you didn't have no motherfucking money. Yeah, that was you not even gonna be in general population, boy. You playing like that in the courts, they gonna make an example out of you, nigga. They go.
Prosecutor laid out the gruesome details of what had happened that day, and Antonio's response would further establish the sinister thoughts that he has in his mind. At that moment, it became increasingly clear to the courtroom this wasn't just a man driven by rage and entitlement. Antonio was deeply disturbed. His erratic behavior and lack of remorse hinted at possible underlying mental health issues that couldn't be ignored. As the hearing progressed, the judge increased his bond from $5 million to $15 million.
Damn.
His final words during the bond hearing weren't just chilling. They were a grim preview of the erratic and unsettling behavior that would continue to unfold throughout the court proceedings. On November 8th, 2019, time that another shocking discovery would be revealed. As it turns out, his violence did not end in the murder of Wita. After he had escaped to the crime scene, his rampage continued when he attempted to kill his own father and another civilian in a shocking escalation of violence.
Damn.
10 days later, on November 18th, 2019, Antonio stood before the court for his formal arraignment, where his bond was reduced to $2 million, despite the chilling details surrounding the case. This controversial decision stirred public outcry, as his violent history and erratic courtroom behavior only heightened concerns about his potential danger. From then on, the case dragged on, slowed by a series of delays, legal maneuvers, and repeated psychological evaluations. Months turned into years as Antonio remained behind bars, while both the prosecution and defense braced for a drawn-out legal battle. But in September 2021, nearly 2 years after the crime, Antonio unexpectedly pleaded guilty to the murder of his sister, Wita Hill. The plea brought an abrupt end to a long and painful legal process, leaving many stunned by the quiet resolution after years of chaos and courtroom outbursts. The heartbreak that followed Wita's death has left her family reeling in grief that words can barely capture. They are left with the impossible task of carrying on while living in the shadow of a tragedy that feels both senseless and surreal.
I'm going no tree. I'm going to get him. She ain't trying to go. She ain't trying to go. She about to hang around, bro.
Black people, man. Black people and
Oh, she ain't going nowhere.
And they theories.
She ain't going nowhere.
And what makes this pain even more unbearable is that the person responsible for this unimaginable loss is someone from her own blood. But perhaps the most devastating ripple has been felt by her children. 3 young souls now left to grow up without their mother's warmth, guidance, or love. They are the true victims of a crime that robbed them of their safety and foundation. And while family may try to fill the void, the truth is, there is no substitute for a mother's love. Will Nita's murder is not just a tragic headline, it's a reflection of how untreated trauma and unaddressed mental illness can spiral into irreversible destruction.
Yeah, man, that's it. Y'all drop y'all opinions in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. That was a cold segment, man. So look, if y'all want me to do more content like that, man, drop something in the comment section. Tell me y'all want more, or hit me on Instagram, man, and let me know what y'all think. And I'll start running that type of content, man, because it's like that that no jumpers is always oversaturated. It's some shit that really be going on that a nigga touch on. So with that being said, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video, man. Appreciate everybody thugging it out with me this early in the morning. And yeah, man, y'all know how we do it. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. Let go.
I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. I'm real discreet.